Hey YouTube, Gamer2K1 here. I got my Game Boy Advance SP out, and today we are reviewing Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Okay, very quickly I'm going to start a new file. I know there's already a file there, but when doing these reviews I like to start from the beginning. Okay, now, you can't see it too clearly, but it shows below the name, just like in the first game, how many times you've played that file thus far. It also shows your level of your weapon, magic, and health. There you start. The princess is sleeping. She's under a spell from the evil Ganon. Your world map is overhead, and there you got monsters. You know, this looks... Darn, I'm used to playing on my DS. It looks much brighter on my DS. There are two types of encounters. There's your standard encounter for... Okay, three types of encounters actually. Your standard encounters look like slimes. Your harder encounters look like these big monsters. And then your third encounter. Okay, I was on the normal pathway when I ran into this encounter, so there's no boss battle, or there's no fight. The harder encounters are like the normal encounters, except you got different monsters. For instance, here you only have these slime-like creatures, and I keep going for a downward thrust when I don't have the downward thrust. The town, you won't be visiting the town all that often, but you go, you talk to them, they give you all sorts of information. You talk to some of them, they invite you in your house, and they go and restore your health and magic. There's one woman there, and yes, both that restore your health are women. This one here, she invites you inside. You actually go in the house for this, and she tells you to go talk to her father. So you go, you talk to her father. He gives you information and a spell. This spell is useful, trust me. To use spells, all you gotta do is hit select. The shield spell changes you from green to red, and you take less damage. Before I get into some more battles and try and level up, I'm gonna go to this one town. I just went into a battle on purpose, just because I felt like it. Anyways, I think this is the town. this house right here. Remember it. You go in here, and you talk to this guy. I am Error. Best character in the game right there, Error. Later on in the game, you find out that he was purposely put there. Sorry for the shakiness. Having a hard time keeping my hands steady. Oh well. Fairy. You encounter a fairy and the fairy just floats there. You grab it and it fully heals you. Holy crap, it's dark in here. And there's a 3-life system. You lose all your lives and that's game over. You have to start from the beginning with whatever you got. An experience point bag. As you can see, this points up when you reach a certain amount of experience points. It goes for every increment you can level up. The only one I can level up is the lowest one right now, which is life. You can't see it that well, but the number just changed from a 1 to 2. You get heart containers and you get more boxes. This isn't your conventional Zelda, and it pretty much scares off a lot of people when they realize this. But you may find it fun, you may not. My suggestion: think about it before you actually go and get this game. Do you really want it? The odds are the answer's probably going to be no. I wouldn't suggest this game. Not unless you're like a real Legend of Zelda fan. And this is one you haven't beaten yet. Which, sadly, this is one that I haven't beaten yet. Going for those downward thrusts. I'm too used to being later in the game, having the upward and downward thrusts. No. My final verdict: if you're a fan, go ahead and catch up on this one. If you're not, I'd say pass. Go with the other ones. You'll enjoy them better. Trust me. One thing to note though, an interesting piece of trivia. The game plays a bit like the CDI Zelda games. 2 of them anyways. Those you should pass up too, definitely. But if you're curious, want to check this game out, you can get it on Game Boy Advance in the classic NES series. You can also find it in its original format on NES. Or, if you can find it, find the Zelda promotional disc, which also contains the original Zelda and the 2 Nintendo 64 Zelda titles. I suggest picking it up, especially if you don't already have these titles on their original formats. Anyways, until next time, I'm Gamer2K1, and I don't know what to say.